Have you ever seen the Sea of Fire? Yes, there are strange events on Earth that very few people know about. And today you will hear about one such astonishing phenomenon. Imagine standing on the shore at night. Around you, there is only an eerie silence, broken only by the gentle sound of the waves. Suddenly, you notice strange lights shimmering within the sea. At first, you might think it's a ship's lamp or a distant celestial light. But it's not. The light rises from the depths of the ocean, glowing like fire, as if a hidden world exists beneath the waves. It feels as though the earth itself has taken a breath, and a life of its own has begun under the sea. People call this astonishing phenomenon the fire sea. In reality, there are only a few places on Earth where methane gas starts seeping through cracks on the ocean floor. Usually, this gas simply mixes with water, but sometimes, under the right conditions, where water, pressure, and temperature align perfectly, it creates an extraordinary spectacle. When this gas mingles with the ocean floor, small bubbles form, glowing brightly like fire as they rise toward the surface. Each bubble bursts, only for a new one to emerge. This cycle continues day after day, century after century. These bubbles affect not only the eyes but also marine life. Fish suddenly scatter. Larger sea creatures move cautiously. It feels as though the ocean floor has become a surreal theater. Each bubble dances on its own, performing a unique spectacle beneath the waves. Sometimes they move together in unison. Sometimes they drift apart, merging with the ocean floor. If you stand near this fire sea even once, you realize that the earth is not just land or sky. The depths of the sea are alive and wondrous. This storm of fire is an ultimate example of nature's imagination. Anyone witnessing it for the first time would feel as if the earth itself is performing before them. It is not a play nor a staged act. It is nature's perfect harmony. Each bubble rises, bursts, and another forms. Sometimes they dance together, sometimes separately, blending with the seabed. We still do not fully understand the rules of this storm. Scientists have observed it and captured images, but the experience of seeing it firsthand is entirely different. Each bursting bubble creates a new glow, and each new bubble seems to tell a new story. This natural play is not just visually stunning, it is also a mystery for scientists. Each bubble has its own character. Sometimes they collide with one another, sometimes they dance independently. The fiery dance of the ocean floor is like nature's perfect symphony. In the dark depths of the ocean, when the wind calms and silence merges with the waves, this fire sea reveals an extraordinary life. It seems as if the ocean itself is alive. Each bubble dances in rhythm with its pulse. No matter how long you watch, it keeps revealing something new. This phenomenon is so mysterious that even after years of observation, scientists and researchers cannot fully explain it. Methane, water, and the ocean floor all combine to create this wonder. It is a scene so astonishing that it is hard to believe with your eyes, and even harder to imagine. The fire sea beneath the ocean is not just a spectacle. It is the ultimate expression of Earth's natural power. Each bubble rises, bursts, and another forms. This cycle has continued for centuries. Sometimes it is calm, sometimes it is exuberant. Sometimes it feels as if the ocean itself is breathing, and other times as if a natural battle is taking place. Fish scatter, and marine creatures stay alert. The intensity of this storm sometimes increases, sometimes decreases. Yet every moment captivates the observer. Anyone witnessing it would feel that even the earth is performing for its audience. Each bubble tells its own story. Sometimes it rises slowly, sometimes it bursts rapidly. Each bursting bubble creates a new glow. Thousands of bubbles dance, burst, and new ones form again. This spectacle is not a special effect in a movie. It is nature in its pure reality. Herein lies one of Earth's strangest mysteries. Anyone who approaches this fire sea will experience something beyond belief. It will feel as if the rules of the world have been suspended. A wonder exists beneath the waves that cannot be fully described in words. Scientists have observed it, photographed it, and created videos. But the direct experience is entirely different. If you stand there, you will see each bubble, each burst of fiery light. It will feel as if the earth itself is performing right before your eyes. The storm of fire beneath the ocean is beyond imagination. If you were standing there, each bubble would come to life right before your eyes. Every bursting bubble creates a new light that illuminates the depths of the sea. It feels as if the ocean itself is breathing, and with each pulse, the bubbles are dancing. The spectacle of this fire sea is not only visual but also audible and tangible. The sound of the wind is gentle, the touch of the waves is calm, and the soft popping of the bubbles seems like a part of nature's music. Each bursting bubble casts a new shadow, blending with the blue waves to create an unparalleled natural display. For years, scientists have been observing this storm. They have discovered that when the methane gas reaches the perfect pressure, the water has just the right density, and the ocean floor is positioned in a certain way, this astonishing phenomenon occurs. But it doesn't happen on every ocean floor. Only in very few and specific places can this fire sea dance be witnessed. Each observation reveals something new. Sometimes the bubbles burst quickly, sometimes they dance slowly. Every bubble under the ocean seems alive. It is not just for the eyes but also for marine life. Fish scatter suddenly, and larger sea creatures move cautiously. It feels as though the ocean itself is warning them so they can witness this strange spectacle. Occasionally, the bubbles are so powerful that they create light on the surface. In the darkness of night, this light dances like millions of tiny lanterns. This storm of fire is not only beautiful, but also a perfect display of nature's power. Each bubble rises, bursts, and then a new one forms. This cycle continues day and night, century after century. Sometimes it is calm, sometimes intense. Sometimes it feels like the ocean itself is breathing, and other times it seems as if a natural battle is unfolding. Every bubble tells a story. Sometimes it rises slowly, sometimes it bursts rapidly. Each bursting bubble creates a new glow. Thousands of bubbles dance together, burst, and then new ones form again. This spectacle is not a special effect in a movie. It is nature in its purest reality. Scientists have photographed it and recorded videos, but the direct experience is entirely different. If you were standing there, you would witness each bubble, each burst of fiery light. It would feel as if the earth itself were performing. The fire sea beneath the waves is not only visually stunning, but also mysterious for scientists. Each bubble has its own character. Sometimes they collide with each other. Sometimes they dance independently. The intensity of this storm varies, yet every moment captivates observers. This natural play has been ongoing for billions of years. Methane, water, and the ocean floor all combine to create this wonder. It is a spectacle so astonishing that it is hard to believe with the eyes, and even harder to imagine. Imagine standing beneath the waves. Darkness surrounds you, and you watch the fiery dance. The bubbles rise, burst, and new ones form. Each bubble seems to tell its own story. Sometimes they dance together, sometimes they drift apart and merge with the ocean floor. We still do not fully understand the rules of this storm. The fiery dance beneath the ocean is a mystery not only for the eyes, but also a challenge for the mind. Scientists have been observing it and trying to draw various conclusions. They have found that when the methane reaches the perfect pressure, the water has the ideal density, and the seabed is precisely positioned, the fire sea emerges. However, this does not occur everywhere. Only in certain specific locations can this wonder be seen. Each bubble under the ocean seems to possess its own life. Every bursting bubble produces new light. Each new bubble tells a new story. Thousands of bubbles dance, burst, and new ones form again. This spectacle is not a special effect from a film. It is the reality of nature. The mystery of this fire sea is not only breathtaking, but also a perfect demonstration of natural forces. Each bubble rises, bursts, and then a new one forms. This cycle continues day and night, century after century. Sometimes it is calm, sometimes exuberant. Sometimes it feels like the ocean is breathing, and other times, as if a natural battle is raging. Fish scatter suddenly, and marine creatures remain cautious. The intensity of this storm varies, but every moment captivates the observer. Anyone witnessing it would feel that the earth itself is performing for its audience. Each bubble tells its own story. Sometimes it rises slowly, sometimes bursts quickly. Each bursting bubble creates a new glow. Every moment holds the viewer spellbound. The fiery dance beneath the sea seems like a story unfolding. Sometimes it is slow and gentle, sometimes intense and vigorous. Each bubble rises, bursts, and a new one forms. This spectacle is not a special effect in a movie, it is the pure reality of nature.